God, help me in here. I'm concerned about all of these Negro preachers who've been,
Negro preachers. So if you're black, you can't support Charlie Kirk.
in fact, talking about that this man that was killed was the answer to Christ in the earth. Y'all ain't saying that. They having moments of silence in black churches all over the country over.
Again, another comment about black churches. So if you're black, you can't support Charlie Kirk. And I think it makes sense to have a moment of silence for someone who preached about Jesus Christ and who tried to bring people together. What's wrong with that?
Man that was racist and a white supremacist. How?
Jamal Bryant is calling Charlie Kirk racist and white supremacist, but I guarantee he's never heard of Charlie Kirk until his passing and has never watched any clips to support his stance. We got to start challenging these black preachers. This right here is insane.
Dare you compare him to Martin Luther King? The only thing that Charlie Chris and Martin Luther King got in common.
Did he just call him Charlie Chris? That's what I'm saying. You criticizing the guy and don't even know his name. These are regurgitated talking points that he probably got from social media or he got from someone that's paying him to push this narrative. Oops, I can't say that.
Man, is both of them was killed by a white man. After that, they got nothing else in common.
Yeah, we got to start challenging these preachers, man. This right here is absolutely ridiculous. Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up as it fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. This applies to Pastor Bryant directly because he's tearing down Charlie Kirk, and the biblical command is to use words that build up, not corrupt. And not only is he tearing them down, you tearing down someone that was essentially preaching the same word that you're preaching. Jamal Bryant, last time I checked, your past isn't perfect. You got ran up out of Baltimore. They told you to never come back to Baltimore where you were originally preaching, and you still ain't been back. You slept with a woman in your church, got her pregnant. So come on, man. If we're going to call a spade, let's call it a spade. And y'all got to start doing some digging on these pastors that you listening to, you know? This guy, Jamal Bryant, and some of the stuff he's done on his podcast and said on his podcast and preached on his podcast. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't just hop on the bandwagon. Use your brain. Use your brain. Black folks, we talk about how educated we are. We talk about how smart we are. But when someone gives us a narrative like this, we don't do any research. So we smart enough to get a degree, but we're not smart enough to do some research. We smart enough to just hear something and be super gullible and just go with it because a black preacher said it, who has a name, who's famous. This is ridiculous, man.